Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
No, wait, no, we don't need to introduce it. Don't remember.
Well, we've only said hello. You can introduce it now.
Okay. Hello, and what episode?
This would be
7.
Number
7.
Yeah,
7.
6.
I think so.
I think it's
7.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. Hello, and welcome to the 6th
7.
episode of the Three Amigos, the podcast. On today's episode, we will be discussing Monsters Inc., which is a Tim favorite, as it's by Pixar Animation Studios and distributed by Walt Disney Pictures in 2000 and hang on, I've just lost my notes. 2001? Yes, 2001.
Yeah.
Yes.
Off by heart, see. And so yeah, we're gonna discuss Monsters Inc. and we all watched it. It's pretty good.
Well,
Oh, okay.
I'm
So,
very
yeah.
lukewarm on Pixar movies.
Do you want to introduce yourself? So I don't know. We said hi.
I'm Rita.
I'm Tim.
And I'm Chloe, obviously. So yeah.
Obviously.
Obviously. Who wants to start?
So we've all seen it before, yeah? This isn't the first time.
Yes.
No, I've seen it many times.
Saying that, as I watched the movie, I realized I barely remembered anything that happened.
What? You
Like-
didn't realise any of it?
Yeah, like as I was watching, I'm like, what? I don't remember this at all. Like multiple times.
How many times have you watched it?
I don't know, but I had the VHS as a kid. Like I've
Okay.
watched this movie
Yeah.
before.
Yeah. See, I could probably remember it pretty much scene by scene.
Yeah,
And
no, I couldn't.
I was rewatching it and I was like, yeah, okay, this is what happens. I think I watched it 2 weeks ago as well, so it's very recent in my brain.
Mm-hmm.
I remember going to see it in the cinema as well.
Yeah, I saw it in the
And then
cinema.
I remember going towards Ross and getting all the merch.
Tim was a big Monsters Inc. fan. I remember seeing it in the cinema. Did you
Tim,
see
you'd
it
be like
recently?
4. How do you remember it?
Wait,
I remember weird stuff like this. I remember going to watch Finding Nemo in the cinema as well.
Yeah, but Finding Nemo, you'd be like, I remember Finding Nemo in the cinema. But I was... Finding Nemo was 2004.
2003.
2003. So you'd be like 6. So you'd be in school. Ish.
I'm a bit older than you both, so I remember.
Yeah, you're older. But like, I don't remember anything from being 4. Except 9/11, that's it.
Okay, moving
We
on.
won't go there.
Moving on. So, basically, the plot of Monsters Inc. for those who haven't seen it and want to know about it.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to discuss it now. Basically, it's a world full of monsters.
Yes.
The city's called Monstropolis, which I found quite funny.
Yes.
And basically, this whole entire city is powered by the energy from screams of human children.
Yeah.
And there's a big like Monsters Inc. factory, with monsters called scarers, and they basically have to venture into the human world to scare children and get the scream power to energize the city. And this is through like door portals into children's bedroom closets. And
so if you don't have a closet, you're safe.
Yeah, it starts off with like really random, like there's a little kid being tucked in by his mum and dad, and then you see like little creepy things creeping in, and you're like, oh, what's this? And then he creeps under the bed, and then I think he falls over and the kid like jumps up and screams, and then it becomes like he's like it like zooms out and it's like a simulation.
Yeah.
And they're in the factory, kind of showing you, and then the big boss man.
Yeah.
Henry J. Waternoose III is the like CEO, and he comes like crawling in. He's like an octopus, I think, and he like squiggles in, and he's like
a crab / spider / whatever.
He's really creepy. He's the worst character. I hate him. He's creepy. I have nightmares.
He's not the worst character. Randall is the worst, I would say.
No.
Yeah, I didn't like Randall.
Creepy looking though.
Yeah, Randall is creepier.
I don't know. I don't like the legs. So yeah, basically he's there and he's like talking about like all his top scarers, and then he's like, you need to be like James P. Sullivan, which is Sully.
Yes.
And then it cuts to basically Sully and his best friend Mike Wazowski.
Yeah.
In their flat, and they wake up and they're like doing some exercise and they like get fit because basically they're like the top ones. If you're watching on YouTube, you will see a lovely picture on my profile picture of Mike.
Yeah.
He's great. And then basically, it shows their life a little bit. They're walking down the street, and they basically the city needs to save its energy the best it can because there's like a shortage. Like
there's like energy shortage.
Yeah.
Because kids aren't getting as scared anymore.
Yeah, they're like, what's going on? And then there's a really good bit where like they walk into the workplace, and then Mike's like flirting with the receptionist, who's his like
it's his girlfriend.
Yeah, Celia.
She can do better, by the way.
And then he's like, yeah, right, I booked you a restaurant. And then I can't. What's her name? Big slug.
Ross.
Oh,
Ross. She goes,
Yeah.
I'm watching you,
Wazowski.
Always watching. And I love that bit. Like, that's the best part of the
film. He didn't do like the paperwork.
Yeah. Where's your paperwork? I didn't do my paperwork. So yeah, that's pretty good. And then the next part is when they get to the scare floor and they come in a really cinematic shot of them slow walking. And,
it's like where every time there's a space movie and the astronauts or like pilots are coming into the hangar to get on the plane.
All their like helpers are like waiting with their clipboards, and then the scarers come in, and I was like, I love that part. And then obviously, there's like a scare record, and this is where you meet Randall, who's like a bit mean, and he's like, I don't like you to Sully, and he tries to steal his record, like beat his record, and
he's not stealing anything, just beating a record.
He tries to beat it, and then at one point he does, and he's like, ooh, and then literally 5 seconds later you see like Sully just smashing out these energy canisters, and then he gets back, and then they go for a break because
to be fair, Sully's it was like in the guy's slumber party, so
like,
I would say Randall would have won that one.
Yeah, but he was just lucky, and then Randall was like, get me a better door, and then
But you made it sound like that was the end of the movie. No, that's it. That's the whole movie. Goodbye, everyone.
That's not the end of the movie. So basically,
so that's like setting up the world and the characters.
I'm forgetting the best scene though.
Yeah.
The best scene is by far the restaurant where you see Boo jump out the suitcase and cause panic.
We haven't gotten to that. We haven't even gotten to Boo yet, Tim.
Oh no! Basically,
Tim, Chloe described like the first 10 minutes of the film. That was it.
Basically, what happens then is it cuts to later on, and Mike's gone with Celia to this restaurant.
You haven't gotten. You're skipping Boo part.
And discovers that someone. I'm not. Let me. Sully discovers someone's left a door on. He's like he kind of goes to the scare floor and he's like, why is there a door? So he's like looking at the door and stuff. And and he basically, a little girl enters through the door, and he's
Yeah.
like, oh no, he keeps trying to put her back in the door, but there's loads of failed attempts, and he's
Because,
like,
by the way, we should explain that they
Yeah.
think kids are poisonous or something.
Yeah,
So
he
if
doesn't want-
like something from a kid or a kid touches them, to like die,
yeah,
something like
that's what
that.
they've been told.
Yeah.
And then obviously he's like he hides her because someone's coming, and
Yeah.
he sees Randall, who sends the door back into the vault.
Yeah.
And so then Sully shoves her in a duffel bag and runs to the restaurant. And he's like trying to get Mike's attention, and Mike's like, leave me alone, leave me alone.
Yeah.
But basically the girl gets loose and everyone starts screaming and panicking.
Yeah.
And I think the CDA, Child Detection Agency, arrives, and they're like these yellow suits, and they quarantine everything. And obviously Sully and Mike have escaped and taken her back to their flat.
Yeah.
And
But you're forgetting that Boo gets scooped up in a Chinese takeaway box.
yeah, that's true.
It's not. It's a Japanese. It's a sushi restaurant.
She gets taken in, and they get back.
But
to
anyway,
the
I
flat.
don't think that's the best scene. My favorite scene was when he was trying to hide the human stuff in a locker, and he shoves everything.
We're skipping. We're not at these parts.
No, that's before the restaurant. When he's trying to hide the human stuff, when he first finds her and like takes her in the room or whatever, and then he goes to the locker, tries to shove everything in the locker.
Yeah.
And then like puts everything like sighs in relief, turns around, and she's on his back.
Yeah.
That was my favorite scene.
So yeah, basically they find out that she's not toxic, but her laughter generates loads of power. So basically, when she laughs, because I think Mike hits himself, it like causes power cuts.
Well, like it's less a power cut; it's more like overload.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like bulbs explode, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So then obviously that's going on. So they found her, and he's like starts to get attached to her, and he calls her Boo. This is how she's called. Why she's called Boo. And he's kind of like, oh, I like her, and Mike's like, no, I want a god. We need to get a god. Like Mike's panicking. So I think then they smuggle her back into the factory. They're like, right, we need to get rid of her, back to her door.
Yeah. Again, this movie is very fuzzy to me. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Even after I watched it on Sunday.
So they smuggle her back into the factory, and they disguise her as like a baby monster, so like a purple little suit, like little eyes. And they try and send her home, but obviously Randall, who took Boo in the first place, recognizes her from one of the newspaper things, the clippings. But he's like, they're being weird. They clearly have her, because they start being really like suspicious. There's like, they have an argument and everyone's listening, and they're like, put that thing back where it comes from. Also help me.
Yeah, because like the CDA is like all over the place investigating everything.
And so Randall accidentally kidnaps Mike
instead of
Boo, and he straps him to this thing called the Scream Extractor.
Something like that.
It's a large machine, basically, which forcefully extracts screams from kidnapped human children.
It's basically torture. Again, Pixar with the torture scenes in kids' movies.
Yeah, so then, obviously, before Randall can test the machine on Mike, Sully saves Mike, and they go to Waternoose, and they're like, listen, Randall's evil, mate. But Waternoose is like, nah, don't worry about it, so am I.
This is like the scenes like I did not remember at all.
Yeah.
Like I did not remember like Mike getting kidnapped.
Yeah, no, he gets like taken by mistake.
Wait, you didn't remember, Tim?
Oh no, I didn't remember this bit.
Did you not?
No.
I did, because I always remembered the funny machine, because it makes one of the monster's lips go really funny, and you're like, oh, he's
it's
like...
the
It's his assistant, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But also the lips remind. Do you guys remember that glass challenge?
Yeah,
it's that basically.
The Jenners, wasn't it?
Kendall Jenner, something.
Jenner. Yeah.
One of the Jenners.
Yeah,
but yeah, that reminded me of the shot glass challenge, which was obviously like 20 years after, but.
Yeah, it reminds. It's it reminds me of that basically.
But yeah, it's a torture thing, literally.
But yeah, then so then Mortimer's is like, nope, I'm evil too, and he basically exiles Mike and Sully to the Himalayas. And he's like, right,
Yeah.
I'm keeping Boo, and he kind of tells them their plan. And so yeah, the two are basically exiled to the Himalayas, which is a really snowy place. And they're
I think
like,
people know
arguing.
where the Himalayas, what the Himalayas are,
People might
Chloe.
not know.
And it's a
People might
bit
not.
more than just a snowy place.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. And then basically the two are found by the abominable. I can't say it, abominable.
Abominable. No, wait.
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah.
Abominable?
Abominable.
That's on.
Abominable. Abominable. That's it.
Is that it?
I think so. I'm not sure. Abominable. Yeah.
Snowman? No.
Alexa, how do you pronounce the abominable snowman?
I pronounce that abominable snowman.
Abominable.
But I'm always working on how I say things, and I might not have it right.
Okay.
Okay.
Abominable.
Abominable snowman. Yes, call him Mr. Snowman. So he takes them to a nearby village, and Sully's like, "Oh, we can go to this village and get back through the portals."
Yeah.
And then Mike's like, "No, and they're basically fighting. And I think the thing about that's the funniest part for me. They're having an argument, and then Mr. Snowman comes back with snow cones in these like snow cone.
Yeah.
And I really like that part. That's my favorite scene.
Was I the only one that found Mike very annoying?
Yes.
Yeah, Mike was really rude and annoying. I didn't like Mike.
Very annoying.
He's funny,
like,
but he's
shut
also,
up.
Yeah.
I didn't even find that funny.
I found some bits they did funny.
Like some of it, but like not a lot. Like his girlfriend can do better. Sully can do better. Everyone can do better.
Rita hates Mike.
I didn't like him.
But yeah. Sully basically leaves Mike, and they've had a falling out. And he goes to, I think it's like a...
like Sully's like having a midlife crisis.
Yeah.
Because when they were with the water news guy, before he like, I'm evil stuff, he had Sully do like a demonstration for the new guys.
Oh, yeah.
And he really scared Boo.
Yeah.
So he's having like a midlife crisis about what it means to be a scarer.
Yeah.
Which is pretty wholesome.
Yeah, so he's like having a midlife crisis, but he's like, right, I'm gonna get back, gonna save Boo, gonna prove I'm not scary.
Mike's like, we're going to save the kid. And I'm like, you don't care about the kid, Mike, shut up.
Yeah. But
fuck off.
Sully basically returns, and he like, it's quite a cool scene where it shows like him opening all these different doors trying to get back. And I think he's like at a camp. He's like a camp, and he goes through that way, I think, or something like that. Or yeah, so and then he rescues Boo from the Scream extractor.
Yes.
But he's attacked by Randall, and then Mike's like, right, I'm coming back to reconcile with Sully and stuff, and help. And they accidentally overpower Randall, which I found quite funny.
Yeah.
They didn't mean to. They're like, oh, they're not very good. So yeah, basically, then Randall chases them, and they take Boo, and they escape into a door vault, which is like tons of doors.
Yeah, I feel like that's the most memorable part of the movie. That's the one that I like had a vivid memory of it, when they are like those with the doors like moving around and like shit ton of them.
Like all the different level doors.
Yeah, them going like in and out of the doors. It's like, it's a really good scene. It's really funny, and like the action, it's like, it's an action scene basically. And it's really, that's really well done, I feel like.
It is really good. And so so then obviously Mike remembers that if you invoke Boo's laugh, it could cause all the doors to activate because she has so much energy in her laugh.
Yeah.
So he tries to make her laugh, and at first she's like, nope, not gonna laugh. but then he does something and then she laughs. And I think Randall tries to kill Sully. And obviously Boo's been scared of Randall this whole time. Like she's drawn pictures of him saying he's scary.
Yeah, Randall was her monster.
Yeah, he was the monster. So Boo kind of overcomes and attacks him. And he thinks she's toxic. So he's like, no. And which enables Sully to like beat him up. And then they trap him in the human world. Which I found quite funny. And I think that's it. Gator start beating him up.
That was hilarious.
And I'm like, because you just think it's an alligator, and they start beating him. And I mean, it's kind of funny because he's the bad guy.
Yeah.
And then obviously, so you it's not over yet though, because obviously Mike, they need to fight the little crab man. So they finally locate Boo's door. But Waternoose brings the CDA, the yellow people in, and they bring the door to the scare floor. So Mike tries to distract them, and Sully's like escaping with Boo.
Yeah.
And then they go into the simulation room. That's it. They go into the simulation room. And Mike's presses record, and Waternoose is like basically saying his plan and like what he's gonna do. And that he's gonna like save the company by kidnapping all these children.
Yeah.
And then obviously Mike plays it back, and the CDA were there. And Waternoose is arrested, and
because Ross turns out Ross was she the president?
Hang on.
What?
Oh yeah, Ross reveals herself to be the head of the CDA.
Yeah, she was like undercover.
Yeah, wasn't she?
Say that again.
CDA 001.
Yeah.
And she thanks Mike and Sully, and she's like, okay, Sully, you can take Boo home because of what you've done.
Yeah, she's like,
she's gonna get the door broken because she doesn't want them to have any more contact with her.
Yeah, shredded.
Of the world. Yeah. And then that's a really sad scene actually, where they like destroy the door, and he like
it was pretty sad.
Chunk. And then Sully then takes over pretty much the company, but he's like, instead of using screams, why don't we do laughter? Because laughter's more like better than screaming for the energy. And so basically Sully becomes the new CEO of Monsters Inc. And Mike's like, right, come here, I've got to show you something. And what I found funny, basically at the start, Mike was on the advert or something, and he was covered by the Monsters Inc. logo.
Yeah.
And at the end, again, he's the newspaper or something, and he's covered again by the logo. And
but he's still so happy about it.
He's so happy. Yeah. He's like, my mum called, your mum called. He's so happy.
Like everyone else is like, oh no, they covered your face, and he's like, aren't I amazing?
He's like, I'm amazing. It's great. I love that bit. So Mike takes Sully.
Okay, did you guys recognise the Finding Nemo and Toy Story Easter eggs in Boo's room?
Yes.
Yes. Let's get onto that in a second, because I've got a few things to say. He takes obviously Sully, and they get that he shows him that he's recreated Boo's door, and so Sully has to put the final chip in.
Yeah.
And then the light like activates, and you just hear You see him go through the door, and then she calls Sully something. I can't remember off by heart what she calls him, but you hear her say it.
Yeah. It's like it's like gibberish kind of.
It's a word. What does? I think
isn't it like baby talk?
Kitty. She calls him Kitty. So basically, and that ends the film.
Yeah, and it's like him smiling. It's so adorable.
What Tim said, there's a lot of Easter eggs, obviously.
There's a shit ton of them.
And also there's a lot of theories surrounding this film with like other Toy Story films, Basically with the Toy Story films, there's been like, is it Boo? In other films.
Well, there's a whole theory that the all of the Pixar movies are linked.
Yeah, basically.
to each other.
And like I remember reading about it and I was like, what? And then you recognize it more times you watch it.
Yeah.
And also, obviously there is a Monsters Inc. 2, which everyone was hoping, because everyone wants a Monsters Inc. where they reunite with Boo, or at least something like that. But obviously it was
I don't think that would work at all, though. Like, honestly.
I think it would. I
don't think it would.
In the right way with like her children, or maybe and they go back and they think it's her and they're like, oh, it's not her, it's someone else. But I don't think there's like you said, in a way it wouldn't, because there's like not a big storyline, but there is like a little storyline. Maybe a short would do.
Maybe a short.
Yeah, but like I feel like we need that. But no, the Monsters University obviously is the prequel.
Yes.
So yeah, it's pretty good.
Can I just say what my last note is?
Oh yes, go
on. Shut up, Randy Newman. Am I the only one that does not like Randy Newman? He slurs all of his lines. Like, I'm sorry, he always sounds like he's drunk. You know who Randy Newman is, right?
Yes. He's the guy who did the No, I don't. Yeah.
He sings the song.
Guy.
He sings the song. Guy. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the soundtrack.
He just sounds like he's drunk and like slurring everything.
I don't think Randy Newman's bad.
I'm not saying he's bad. I just say I don't like his music.
I do. He's done Bugs Life.
Yeah, Huh?
He's done quite a lot of the soundtracks.
Well, he's most famous for Toy Story, which I also don't like.
Yeah.
I just don't like him.
I like him.
Not too bad.
So I have some things. It was actually Randy Newman's 4th feature film collaboration with Pixar.
Well, yeah, he does like almost all of them, especially one.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to talk about the theories since you brought them up, but apparently not.
There's a lawsuit as well.
Was that based to do with the trailer?
I think it's for basically shortly before the film's release, Pixar was sued by a songwriter called Lori Madrid of Wyoming, stating that the company stole her idea from a 1997 poem, "There's a Boy in My Closet."
Yeah.
And yeah, she basically said like they stole my idea, and they were like, no, no, they weren't.
I mean, the whole monsters in the closet is not like an original idea. It's like never.
No.
I mean,
we're going to develop a TV show as well. Actually, talking about a short. In 2019, it was announced that Goodman, Crystal, and Tilly would return as Mike, Sully, and Celia. Released apparently early Disney Plus in early 2021. Oh
yeah, I saw something about that.
Oh, okay, so there is a short. Okay, that's pretty cool.
No, I think there's already a few shorts out.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that. That's like doing my research. I was like, oh.
Are you doing your research now? You're supposed to do it before the episode, Chloe.
No, that was like what on my notes.
You just sounded very surprised by something that's on your notes.
No. Wait, on my notes, there was something on my notes, and I looked it up, and then I saw it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I was surprised. I was like, oh. Because I like searched why I wrote one of my notes is research the actors. Okay. Don't know why I wanted to research the actors. Maybe there was a reason. Maybe I thought.
I mean, John Goodman, he's pretty famous, and Billy Crystal.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said research the actors. I don't know.
Billy Crystal hosted like the Oscars 15 times. Which they lost, by the way. They lost the Best Animated Feature to Shrek.
Well, obviously Shrek is great.
Yeah, but they won Best Original Song, I think.
Oh, that's cool.
I think so.
But no, So, obviously, we said our favourite parts. For Rita, it was the part where Sully tries to like chuck the human items into the locker.
Yes.
Tim's was the restaurant scene, and mine was the anyone want snow cones?
Yeah.
What was the worst part of this? And do you think it would do like obviously a lot of people liked Monsters Inc.
Yeah.
Do you think it would do well now?
I think so.
I think so.
I don't know.
I mean, it would still be a Pixar movie. Pixar movies do well every year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it will definitely still do good.
Yeah.
It'll probably be a different cast though.
Yeah, it would be. I just don't know if
Very quickly, did you guys recognize the 2 Easter eggs with the trailer that Randall gets stuck in?
Pizza Planet.
Yeah.
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 And what's the other reference?
Bug's Life.
Yes.
Yeah,
I have some trivia actually.
Oh no.
Huh? What do you mean? Oh no.
You have trivia?
Yes, I have some trivia that we can do in a little bit.
You want us to answer questions?
No, I mean I have trivia about the movie, not trivia questions for you.
We all know I don't like the trivia game, okay, guys?
Yeah, I'm going to quiz you on the film right now.
Oh no. No, what was your worst bits though?
My worst bits. Again, I found Mike quite annoying at the beginning. He got okay at the end.
Yeah.
But like my least favorite like scene?
Yeah.
Huh. I don't know. Do you have a least favorite scene?
No, I was gonna say I don't have one. That's what I was gonna say. Like, I don't really have any scenes that I hated.
No, I don't. No, I didn't have anything that I hated. Again, I'm very lukewarm on Pixar, especially early Pixar. I much prefer later Pixar, like Coco and Inside Out and stuff.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say I have a scene that like, oh wow, that's terrible. I don't have that. What about you, Tim?
No, I don't think I've got a least favorite part at all.
That's good.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, Rita, hit us.
The human characters like didn't Boo seem a little bit weird? Because like Pixar by then hadn't perfected their human characters yet.
The animation sort of like that, yeah.
Like the humans still look a bit weird, just a little bit.
She seems a bit spaced out to me.
Sorry?
She seems like a little bit spaced out, like she wasn't there.
She's a kid.
Oh, it's a baby.
Yeah, what?
Baby.
It's a toddler. I don't know. It was just something like a bit off on it, like her face. I don't know.
I didn't think that, but
I mean, the human characters like in the later movies look much better.
Yeah, but
it's not like Toy Story human characters bad, but
I think it's just like where technology's changed. Probably.
I mean, yeah, the technology is definitely aged. It hasn't aged badly. Like there's some scenes in Toy Story that they look pretty bad, like in terms of animation.
This year.
Sorry?
It's 20 years old this year.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's very scary. When you think about it, it's 20 Monsters Inc. is 20 years old. Oh, that's not nice to think about.
No, yeah, the animation is like it's definitely
Happy
aged.
20th.
Happy 20th, Monsters Inc.
So yeah, no, come on, Rita. I'm excited now.
Are you excited for this? Okay.
Tell me the trivia.
So, in the simulation control panel, it has a number 510, 752, and then 3000 on it, which is also the phone number for Pixar's animation studio.
Ooh.
They put their phone number in the film.
How do you know that?
Because I Google it.
Oh.
It's all on like their the wiki. Yeah, so thanks to whoever got that. Thank you for that.
Thank you for giving us the trivia.
Yeah. So when Mike says that Sully has been wanting his good looks since 4th grade,
yeah,
meaning that they met in 4th grade, but in Monsters University, we see him meet for the first time in college.
That's a goof.
That's a goof. What's your theory on that? Was he joking?
I think
or is it continuity error?
I think they continue. It's continuity error because they weren't planning to do obviously a big hit. So that's definitely a continuity error.
Yeah, so apparently they tried to put it on the script, but they couldn't find a place for it to make seem like it's a joke or something in the prequel/sequel, but they couldn't find it, so they just left it. Or they said they mentioned it's a saying or something like that. Anyway, you guys didn't catch that at all? I caught that even before I looked up trivia.
Did you know this was the last Pixar film to have outtakes at the end of the film?
Yes. Yeah. It's it costs too much or too much work for it to do it.
Yeah.
So they stopped doing it.
Their first attempt at animating fur.
Yeah, for Sully. It looks pretty cool. He looks pretty fluffy.
Different monster races seen in the film as well.
Yeah.
That's cool. The code 2319, which is what they yell out when there's a sock on that guy.
Yeah.
Is for white sock, W is the 23rd letter in the alphabet and the S is the 19th letter.
Yeah.
So W is the 23rd letter and S is the 19th. So 2319. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. This is the first Pixar feature to have created and produced at Pixar Animation Studios, Emeryville, California, credit at the end. This is also the first Pixar film to be made in Emeryville office after moving from Point Richmond in 2000. Also, fun fact, Pixar was founded by Steve Jobs and some other people.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, they're listening still, they're going to be like, ooh.
Ooh.
Well, that's something you could say at a dinner party or something if you go to do you know what this means?
That Steve Jobs used to own Pixar? Out of nowhere.
Yeah, I think
sure, Chloe. Sure.
But no. So, obviously that time of the day.
I have more trivia. Calm down.
I mean...
Also, Mary Gibbs, which was the actor that played Boo, was so young that they couldn't get her to stand still in the recording studio. So instead, they followed her around with a microphone and then cut her lines together.
Oh, yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
Which is fucking adorable.
I heard that.
As Tim said, Randall arrives in a trailer that's similar to the one in Bug's Life, and it has a Pizza Planet truck from Toy Story sitting next to it. We also see Nemo in Boo's room, and we see the Pixar ball, and also Jessie from Toy Story. And did you guys catch that Randall turned into Andy's wallpaper at one point?
Yes.
With the one with the clouds and the blue background. That was it.
There's also another reference to Nemo you missed as well.
Which one?
In the background in the restaurant behind the octopus.
The octopus? Tim, the octopus wasn't the sequel. I'm pretty sure that's just an octopus.
No, in the restaurant, you had the octopus serving sushi.
Yes. I think that's just...
In the background, there's Nemo on the wallpaper.
Oh, I didn't catch that. And it wasn't in the trivia. Are you sure? I didn't catch that at all.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if Tim says it, I don't believe it. Anyway. Let's move on to, should we give it a score out of 10 Amigos?
My favorite time. Out of Amigos, yes.
Yes. I would give it a 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10. Oh,
Yes.
Tim did just send a photo for those who cannot.
You've seen it?
Yeah, it is Nemo.
Oh wait, let me see it.
Rita's going to be proven wrong on the
Look,
podcast.
let's do a screen grab from Disney. I just literally go on it quickly and find it.
Wait, where did you put it on the? Oh, you put it on Discord.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Tim. I mean, that's not
doesn't
Nemo.
like Nemo.
It's just
It doesn't
it's a
like
clownfish. It's not Nemo.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
other one is very clearly Nemo. This one is just a clownfish.
Please leave in the comments, is it Nemo or is it not Nemo?
Like, the other one is very clearly a Nemo plushie, like animated like Nemo. This is a drawing of a clownfish.
Yeah, it could be, or because
If-
they are doing a sushi bar, but
Which is, again, in a sushi bar, which makes sense. Which, by the way, clownfish are real. They didn't invent clownfish. So I don't think that's Nemo. I'm sorry, Tim. I'd have to disagree with you.
we'll have a poll. So yeah, out of Amigos, Rita's doing 6. What about you, Tim? But you said 6, didn't you?
I said 6, yes.
Yeah. Tim, sorry, what was that?
7.
7.
7. I'm gonna give it a 6 as
Okay.
well. So we need
So that's 6.33333333 out of 10.
Look at
Amigos.
Rita being quick with Amigos.
Yeah. That was all in my head. I definitely didn't have my calculator on my
We had
phone.
it already today. So where does that go on the leaderboard? I would say
I mean,
above Aristocats, obviously.
yes.
Above, I personally think above High School Musical as well.
I don't know. I would say underneath a High School Musical, but above Treasure Island.
Tim?
Yeah, I would put it above Treasure Island and probably just above High School Musical.
Oh, above High School Musical wins, Rita.
What?
2 against 1 today. 2 against 1 today.
No. What? High School Musical is so much more fun.
No. This is beat it.
I'm sad. Well, I'm the one editing, so we'll see how that ends.
So obviously, what are we going to be doing next week? Because
we haven't decided. We should start deciding before we do the podcast.
I think we should do a surprise one because we were going to do a surprise one last time. Or did we not say that we were doing Monsters Inc?
No, we said it because Tim recommended Monsters Inc. every week until we did it.
Next week, you have to listen to us because we're not going to tell you. We're going to discuss it and we're going to actually think, like, once this is over, you have to just listen to find out what it's going to be.
Yes. Well, we don't. Yeah, well, they don't have to listen. They just have to look at the title when they open Spotify or Apple Podcasts, or Google Podcasts.
But no, thank you for joining us on another Three Amigos, the podcast episode 6.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can follow us on Instagram at Three Amigos, the podcast.
Yes. YouTube. Watching us, subscribe, Spotify,
share it.
A lot. You know the drill by now.
On Apple Podcasts, give us a 5-star review.
Yeah.
Tell us how much you love us, or how much we suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder how many people listen. Oh, like
well, according to Anchor, we have 8 active listeners or something like that.
That's not bad. Thank you for you 8 listeners listening to us.
Who do you think? So it's my mom. It's probably your mom, Chloe, I would say.
And there's probably us 3.
Yes.
And then 2 other people. So thank you.
There you go. Thank you, 2 strangers.
Thank you. No, to be fair, we have fun making these. We're not doing it to get like famous because we're just not going to be famous.
Speak for yourself. I want to be famous. I definitely want to be famous.
You want to be famous. But no, check us out next week.
Apparently.
Oh.
Wait. Wait. No, where did you go? Okay. So we have 80% listen in UK, 6% listen in Portugal. That's my mom. The other 6% is in the US. Then we have 4% of our listeners in Ireland.
Oh, thank you.
And then 2% of our listeners in the Philippines.
Oh,
wow.
Hello,
Whoever you are in the Philippines, thank you for listening. Hello, and thank you.
Hello. Nice little shout out to you guys.
Yes.
No.
Amazing. I think that's it.
I think that's it. There we go. So, have a good week. Have a nice Friday morning, evening, afternoon, whenever you're listening to this.
Enjoy your weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye.